on live television, a fire hose of nonsense pouring out of her mouth about Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. Here's what she said, and we're going to do something a little innovative here, okay? We're going to evaluate what she says and compare it to the truth. And let's see.
This Nazi MAGA extremist David Pakman is out here flipping out again over Donald Trump and the Trump administration. And now this time he's targeting Karoline Levitt. Why? Because David Pakman is a little cock, and David Pakman is upset that his boyfriend Donald Trump might smash Karoline, might smash Elon Musk. Well, I guess he ain't smashing Elon Musk no more. And David Pakman is mad because he's left there with the kid by himself.
See how she does.
This bill is the most historic piece of legislation to ever move through Congress in modern history. Not only does it save nearly $2 trillion, but it also delivers on the president's key priorities. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime for our law enforcement officers and all those who are putting in extra hours to make ends meet for their families. It also ends taxes effectively on Social Security for our seniors who are dependent on that Social Security income. It also has historic investments in border security,
Well, supposedly there's no more taxes, and then we're going to raise the debt ceiling, more money, you know, David Pakman tight time.
funding for the Golden Dome and our national security, and so many other incredible things are packed into this bill. So now it is before the Senate. Those discussions are ongoing, but the president is not going to back down from those key priorities that he promised the American public, and they were expecting Capitol Hill to help him deliver. We made the bill through the House. We need to get it through the
Similar to how David Pakman never backs down when Elon Musk pulls it out for him.
Senate back to the president's desk here at the White House as soon as possible.
Almost none of that is true. I mean, listen, she used words that I recognize as words from the English language, that we can give her that. But as far as the substance, none of this stuff is true, and they're desperate because they know that they have a problem. The Congressional Budget Office, not exactly, a liberal think tank, just the Congressional Budget Office, which they believe when it's convenient and they don't when it's not. CBO says the bill would add nearly $4 trillion to the national debt over 10 years, above and beyond the debt increases that we are already on track for. As far as ending taxes on Social Security, it's not in the bill. She might as well have claimed,
David Pakman is overly pressed for clicks, views, and likes. David Pakman only does it for the likes. Why? Because David Pakman is hurt because his baby dad, Elon Musk, left him. And David Pakman is a single, illegal immigrant baby mama.
The bill cures arthritis and will bring back dial-up internet with all those noises that modems used to make. I mean, it's just completely detached from reality. And the question I keep going back to is, if the big bill, it is big, but if the big bill is really as beautiful as they believe it to be, as they claim it to be, why do they have to lie about what's in it? If it were really that beautiful, they could just tell the truth about what's there. And this gets even.
Well, it's the truth about American politics, and this is why I keep saying we need like a one-page bill act. You know what I mean? Like, bills should not be longer than one page. And if they got a big bill, then the big bill should not be even looked at or whatever, because like nobody's going to read it. Nobody's going to read a 10,000-page bill. So why we keep pushing out 10,000-page bills? Let's make these bills a little bit smaller, guys.
Even worse, as she started talking specifically about the debt and deficit aspect of the.
Oh, how do you win over Rand Paul, and what changes is the president willing to see to this bill?
Well, anyone who votes against the One Big Beautiful Bill, including Senator Rand Paul, will be voting for a tax hike of more than $4 trillion on the American people, and their voters will know about it. That is unacceptable to Republican voters and all voters across the country who elected this president in a Republican majority to get things done on Capitol Hill. And
did you see what she did there? Not passing the bill is now a tax.
Now David Pakman is deflecting. David Pakman is trying to blame Karoline Levitt for what David Pakman just said. David Pakman wants you to naughty reality right in front of him. David Pakman is trying to actually campaign against socialist and libertarian type views or whatever. That's why David Pakman is a Nazi MAGA extremist.
Tax hike, not passing the bill. If you vote against the bill, you're voting to increase taxes, is what Karoline Levitt is saying. And again, remember, If the bill were so great, why do you have to lie about it? What actually is in the bill is that the 2017 tax cut.
Well, let's wait until we see what you say that's in the bill. We're going to see what David Pakman has to say, because David Pakman is a Nazi MAGA extremist.
From Trump would expire, okay? If Congress does nothing, tax rates go back to what they were before, a little bit higher on the wealthiest Americans. That's it. That's what she's calling a $4 trillion tax hike. The bill doesn't end taxes on Social Security. It doesn't cut taxes to working people. In fact, we've seen the bracketed, here's how your taxes would be impacted based on your income. For all of the lowest income brackets, taxes would go up, modestly for some, but still up, not down.
What about your income bracket, David? What about your income bracket? Don't lie to us, David. We already know you're getting deported for being an illegal immigrant liar.
And it doesn't reduce the deficit. It actually increases it. It is a Trumpian branding exercise with fake numbers slapped on top. And they are desperately trying to sell it to the public with lies so obvious. Even Rand Paul is caught.
Well, Karoline 11 just really destroyed David Pakman. David Pakman is not there no more. David Pakman got destroyed worse than Elon Musk destroyed him before and after having a baby. Yeah, because Elon Musk got David Pakman in court like almost every day. David Pakman's hating on Elon Musk. He's hating on Donald Trump. He's hating on Karoline 11. And I got more videos of a whole bunch of haters up here. We're going to troll all these haters together. But until next time, you get on your knees and we'll make $1 billion. Peace.